What's new in the shed? What's new in the Unrooted RC workshop? Can you see it from here? You should be able to. Back from holiday, guys. What have we got going on? Black Kaiser finished, ready for testing. AS capable, Max 5 system. Pretty light, actually, I gotta say. Pretty super light. Tested. It is kind of ready. It's just back in bits because I'm just changing some gearing around. It was a bit slow on the super low or high. I don't know which way it is, but anyway, I'm putting a bigger pinion and a smaller spur. Have put a smaller spur. Put the 50 back on. Got a 22 pinion coming because this thing wasn't doing any work. The beast is in, bolted down on the custom ESC plate. That's all gone well. So that build is pretty much complete. And then what did I go and get myself? I'll show you if you haven't already seen it out of the corner of your eye. This is the wheel hex, or the wheel hex, the way the wheels are attached to this particular RC. Comes with a spanner. They send it with some decals. I've got some Lumo paint anyway that I might use. It doesn't come with any instructions, and it is called the FID Dragon Hammer, and it is the heaviest, the biggest, the most badass 5th scale RC I've ever seen. I know people say this, have said it on YouTube when they get it, but look, I've got big hands, big plates of meat. That is solid machined aluminium. It is just a monster. That is officially the largest motor I've ever seen in my life. Looks like a rebranded Leopard, to be honest. Got the Beast, ZTW Beast in there, rigged up all ready to go, although I am going to have to put some different connectors on. What else am I going to do? Center diff. I'm going to take this center diff setup out with the motor on it, and I'm just going to go over the Loctites on the pinion spurs, and I'm going to put some 500 plus or 1 million or whatever it is, the strongest, the thickest silicon diff oil I've got to go in there, because it's a bit loose for my liking. It's going to send way too much power forward. The diff oils in the front and the back feel okay, actually. They feel okay. So I'm going to run it stock on that. Body shell wise, not too sure of a colour at the moment. I've got lights turning up and a light bucket system that will go in the back. What else? Oh yeah, just to give you some perspective, the tyres on the left are some pretty tall Mad Max giant grippers, and the tyre and wheel on the right is what comes stock with the Dragon Hammer. It is freaking huge, just massive, massive. So they say 8S capable. They say 8S capable. Put your comments down below if you think that I am going to run it on 8S, or if you think I'm going to use these two brand new ATC 5000 milliampere hour 5S batteries and run it on 10S. Because I know which one I'm going to do, but I think you guys will know which one I'm going to do as well. So we're back with a bang. I've been on holiday, had a bad back, been to osteopaths, trying to get that sorted, take some exercise, look after myself. But we are back, 5th scalers, and we are back with a vengeance. And there is going to be a ton of running videos this summer. I'm done building this stuff. It's now time to thrash the living daylights out of it. So that is it from Unrooted RC Workshop. Oh, new drill as well. What else is new? New belt sander. I think that's about it. Anything else new? No. Oh yeah, new watch. That's it. That's about it. Still got the same kids and the same wife, which is a bonus because they're beautiful and gorgeous. That's me done. Peace. Okay guys, just sort of thought I would show you a little bit of the guts of the beast. So the ZTW Beast ESC is there. I need to send that off because my soldering iron can't get enough heat to do whatever this is. 8 gauge, is it 8 gauge, 10 gauge, whatever wire. I can't get connectors on there. I don't get enough heat in my soldering iron. These are the two servos they put in. Nice little setup, easily adjustable. These apparently are not bad servos, so I'm going to leave them in. I will do up the resistance on the bell crank. And I just wanted to show you, to get to this is the center differential and gearbox. To get to this, wow, ESC plate off. These 2 bolts are part of the ESC plate. 2 bolts on either end. Then you've got to unbolt the cooling system. Then you've got to unbolt the rear brace for the motor. 2 bolts on this side. A bolt in there and a bolt in there. The rear brace goes on there, and then the front brace underneath, unbolt. And now I think I might be able to remove the motor and the center differential, which is what I want to do all at once. So I'm going to try that now and see what happens. But it's a beast. It ain't for the faint-hearted, that is for sure. Yep, that worked. So this whole section comes off in a oneer, whole rear end basically. It's just hanging on the lower trailing arms, and this is the, look at that, holy shit, sorry for swearing, wow, that is the biggest electric motor I've ever seen in my life. That is a can of beer, genuinely. That is a can of beer. It's a lot bigger. Ridiculous. I'm loving it. Just loving it. That is a monster. It is a monster. Look at these. Huge. Way bigger than a Losi. So guys, I just want to try and show you some of these components because I haven't been able to find anything like this on YouTube yet. People taking apart the FID Dragon Hammer Voltz center differential and reduction gears. So basically this is the kind of box, and then your center diff fits in actually that way round. You've got some reduction gears on the outside here, and you need to take this plate off the outside because that top one has got a wee pin through it which goes through the other end of this and prevent the front of this box coming off, because it just won't come off unless you take them off the back, I don't think. Anyway, I'm kind of figuring it out as I go. But interesting, I thought I'd show you this. It's all actually really nicely done with Loctite, although I think I might have threaded that a wee bolt by trying to do it up too tight. But anyway, even the pinion gear is notched, so it fits snug. So just for those who think, oh yeah, we'll be able to easily change pinion gears and spur gears, I'm not sure you will be unless FID come up with a different kind of gearing range, because it's kind of a custom notch on there, unless someone can put me right. Sorry, I've taken my gloves off just to make this video before you go, oh, you should be wearing gloves. Yeah, I've got nitrate gloves, all right, bad boys, keep your Allens on. So yeah, that goes out to the rear. the rear pumpkin, and the other side of this goes out the front through a really chunky, really nicely chunky centre drive shaft, way chunkier than a standard Losi one. On a Losi 5T, it's a smaller truck and a lighter truck. This is the heaviest thing I've ever felt, way heavier than my Losi. Way heavier than that Losi when it had a ruddy great 45cc gas engine in it. Anyway, I think I might call it a night for there. The plan is to get this apart tomorrow. Take this apart and refill it with something that's got a little bit more resistance than what is in there right now. And that, my friends, is that. So gearbox is thickened up a little bit. I got a special kind of ratio of all bits and pieces that I put in center differentials on big RCs to make them a bit stiffer, but still give them enough to release, to diff out when needs be. But one thing I noticed is that this center, I'm not going to be able to make it turn now with my hands on the, can you see the center differential is ever so slightly bent, which is a little bit of a downer, because it's quite long. It's going to take a lot of torque. It's quite close to the servos, but you know, is what it is. The rest of it is in pretty good nick. Obviously I'm doing a pretty detailed look over. I mean, it's nice aluminium, it's nicely machined aluminium, but it isn't you know, top end aluminium. That certainly this gearbox cover isn't. These might be a little bit of a higher quality aluminium, as might these be, but this center differential and gearbox isn't. However, doesn't really matter because it's a beast. It's all over engineered anyway. I'm literally just being panicky, but I think so far the value for money that I'm seeing is, I mean, pretty unbelievable really. But it's coming back together quite nicely. So anyway, there's not going to be any running videos for a while because I need to get the connectors on that before it goes anywhere. So what I could do is, no, I'm not going to take that one off there. We carry on regardless. Peace.